What up, everybody? It's me, Chef Ponder, and thank you for being patient as we get everything loaded up. It's 5:03. Want to give everybody time to tap in. Got a couple people right now that are still checking in. I went live on Facebook today, so I'm expecting a couple people to tap in with me today from Facebook. Also went live on Instagram today to talk about this opportunity. It's a great opportunity. I want to be the first one to let you guys know that when we get into the details today about how we can earn this free money, because it is free money. It's if you love to cook, and I suspect everybody loves to cook. It's on the sound of my voice. You some type of foodie or chef, whatever the case is. This is a great opportunity for you to earn some cash while you cook on stream. We're talking about the Avenue, and I have one of the founders of this great app, Mr. Eric. He's in the background waiting to join us right now, but definitely be sure to take some notes. If you have any questions, hop over in the chat or in the comments, type your questions. This video will be up and it'll be shared. And let me tell you a little bit about my experience with the Avenue real quick. I first got introduced to it, I want to say, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. And this is prior to COVID. I think I speak for myself. A lot of chefs I do know personally. A lot of us did not know how to make that switch over from, working in a restaurant or being a personal private chef to cooking virtually. Nobody had any idea about virtual cooking or anything like that at all. I had a hard time adjusting myself to it. Didn't really know what to do, didn't know how to do it, had seen it, and then we just saw the virtual cooking and screaming while cooking situation just take completely off. And the Avenue, I think, is a great way forward from 2023 going forward for chefs. I know a lot of us spend a lot of time on camera, showing demos and using it as a promo opportunity. What if you could do that same thing, but now people will pay to watch you, basically, and there's no jab at any other streaming platform, but I think the Avenue is more conducive to food service, hospitality, chefs, cooks, food enthusiasts, food bloggers. I think Avenue is going to be the way of the future. Even bartenders, they got a battle to bottle going on right now. We have breaking bread competition going on that we'll definitely get into, and you're going to see a lot more of Mr. Eric going forward because we're going to talk about everything in the food industry, how to purchase food. That's coming up next week, so don't miss that opportunity. But without further ado, let's introduce Mr. Eric. What's going on, Eric? How you doing, man?
Good, Jacoby. How you doing, Chef?
All is well. All is well. All is well. So tell us who you are. What you got going on?
Sure. So my name is Eric Folkart. I am one of the founders of the Avenue platform. I've been in food service for just shy of 28 years on the sales side. I work for one of the largest food companies on the planet. Been working with chefs, restaurateurs, bartenders, from independents to really all different scales of restaurants, from family style all the way up to Michelin star restaurants. So that's what I've been doing. My job is to help you all. I mean, that's what I've been doing and focusing on for my entire career. And honestly, the Avenue platform, which I created, was really my give back to the industry. It started the idea started with when COVID hit. And I saw my friends, my chef partners, my restaurateur partners struggling, trying to figure out how to figure out a new way forward. And that's when the idea of the Avenue was kind of born, where I saw which of my customers, my restaurateurs, were figuring it out. Mm-hmm. And I saw the power of social media, just like you had mentioned in your prelude about trying to figure out how this new, using social media and trying to figure out, streaming, that, I wanted to be able to take what I saw working and kind of share that with the collective group. And that whole idea is what the Avenue is all about. It had hospitality and food service at its forefront, and all of our development, all the functionality that we have been building now over the last 3 years is all about giving you all, the chefs, the bartenders, the hospitality industry, all the tools to monetize, to showcase what they can do, and to also to share it with others. It's really all about giving back and allowing them to be able to monetize and to help support themselves in these very, very difficult times.
Absolutely. And one thing that I noticed as I said a little bit earlier was that switch over. I know a lot of great chefs who just didn't have that I don't know, that motivation to switch over to stream live. They didn't see the point in it, right? They saw people, butts and seats made more sense to them coming through the door. But when COVID happened, unfortunately, we couldn't do that. And I know a lot of chefs personally that suffer, man. Like I suffer from it. I suffer from the fact that, like, wow, 20 something years in the industry, I'm used to having that personable contact with people, putting food on the table and getting that response. And streaming was something that was foreign to a lot of chefs. So as I said earlier, the reason I was so excited about the Avenue, and I've kind of been, I want to say that I've been on board since day one or day two, kind of going through the growing pains, and the app is freaking awesome at this point. And I think that people will catch flame. I want to get you guys introduced now while it's early, before Mr. Eric is unavailable and he's super busy with chefs. And but I don't want to jump ship already, but you guys are already international already. Like, everything's already international with us, right?
So we're super excited. So we ran, part of our model is, in addition to giving that functionality to everyone to use outside of our virtual competitions, we have so far held 2 different chef competitions that were national, and then we just branched out with our first international bartender competition. So we had some of the top bartenders in the world, judges from all around the world participate, over 20 countries, as we took the platform, the technology, really out for a spin around the world. And it was fantastic. I mean, this past Battle the Bottle, we raised over $23,000. I should say $23,000 was earned and made by the bartenders that competed from over 20 countries. Our last Breaking Bread was over 25,000. So it's, again, this is not the Avenue making the money. These are the performers that are making that money. So again, our whole existence is based on the success of the people using the platform.
Right. And it makes sense. And I'm here to tell you all personally, man, that because people will go back and watch this video a little bit later, once I post it I'm coming to blast this everywhere. We want to spread the word, and part of my initiative to spread the word is to get chefs, both colleagues and personal friends, to tap into this. So you guys can see a lot more from me coming on the Avenue streaming. I'm putting together a really good situation with a lot of chefs that I know personally, Food Network stars, Chop competitors, Guys Grocery Games, all of the major TV shows. I have personal friends who actually won those shows and competed in those shows. Along with, I didn't get a chance to tell you, but today I just tapped into a group of chefs in South Africa. So now I have South African colleagues and ambassadors for Chefpreneur Academy. But everything we're going to do, of course, is going to be on the Avenue. And just, just as an ambassador for the program, I want to do my part and definitely over deliver. Okay, and over promise. I don't want to over promise, but I'm going to over deliver on how beneficial this platform is to everybody. So I got it pulled up on the backdrop here, and we can kind of roll through it real quick if you want to, and just show people how it works. Let's say that I share this app, or I share the link, right? This is the first thing I'm going to see, right? As a person trying to watch somebody.
Right. I mean, that's if, what you're on is the web app. So I would say most of the performers are from our analytics, 95% of everybody is on the mobile apps. But yes, if you're watching it from the web app, if you're coming to the avenue.live, then that's what you're going to see as if you're looking to sign up through the web app. You can see our competitions. We have Breaking Bread. Again, Breaking Bread has been set up part of our celebration of Black History Month, as well as celebrating the contributions for the African American culinary members, which is what Breaking Bread's all about. Obviously, you can now see we actually have a Breaking Bread Kids. It's our first time that we're doing a parent or guardian with the kid, which we have Chef Carter as actually one of the judges, as well as yourself. We have Chef Andy from Hell's Kitchen. But right there, you're showing into the competition. You can see partner with Black Food Life. There are partners with all those competitions. And right there is the scoreboard. So people will sign up once your name's up on the scoreboard. When that goes live, then they'll be able to compete, be able to share their link, and be able to hopefully make a lot of money. I mean, we're hoping to hopefully double or triple what was made by the chefs last time.
To see past competitions on here or anything from past competitions on here?
There's on our it's the past ones that get moved off, not to confuse it. They are on our if you go to actually, if you want to take a look at a past competition, if you go to Battle of the Bottle, you'll be able to see our last competition on our Instagram, Battle of the Bottle. It's still up there. We can see that there was just the last week of competition. I think it was about 20 plus that made it into the finals. Over $11,600 was made just by the chefs, not including all the prize money that we gave out for them. Just, again, making cocktails, sharing it with their supporters, and allowing people to support them.
Wow. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go over to your Instagram real quick.
Yeah, so if you go to Battle of the Bottle, you'll be able to see, not the Avenue, but if you go to Battle of the Bottle, you can go to our Instagram. That's the Avenue Live is our Instagram. Again, our whole platform is about promoting you all. So anytime there's a performance up there, we're using our platform to share, promote. Again, Battle of the Bottle. We have, of course, this event. Breaking Bread is on there from when they announced it on Black Food Life. And again, we're already working on. Sorry.
Wait a minute. $10,000 is the prize.
We gave away $10,000 in Battle of the Bottle.
Wow. I know bartenders that don't make it in a year, with tips. So, wow. And I'm gotta go share it with a lot of my bartending friends. $10,000.
$10,000. The gentleman just in the last week, the guy who ended up winning the competition was tipped over $3,000 just on his stream, just on making a cocktail. Never had to go anywhere. Didn't leave his bar in St. Bart's, and made over $3K in tips. Bartender from Japan, Kanako, she ended up in third place, $1,700 in tips. That's Joffrey. Joffrey's in France. That lady's actually in Sophia is in the Ukraine. Marco is in England. Again, $4,700 with just that round was won.
Wow. Okay, so I see people are jumping in and jumping out of the live, but if you sit here watching this, man, so this is the Avenue, which is a monetized streaming app for hospitality. I'll say that, right? And we're going to talk about those tip jars too, because I think that's phenomenal. And we haven't got to this part yet, but when you set up your actual streaming part of it, you can monetize it initially, right? So you can charge people to watch it or let them in free and then get the tip jars, or how does that work?
Yeah, so first of all, the Avenue is free. So you don't have to pay. There's no paying to join the Avenue or using the app. It's a free app. Again, everything was really based on trying to make this really all about you guys, trying to be able to support and make money. So you create your event whenever you want to go live. Again, we wanted to be different than Instagram or some of the other, or Facebook. Again, we try to pull the best pieces of all the social media platforms that are out there, whether it be like GoFundMe, YouTube. We created the ability to do pre-recorded content, so you can go live, but you can also do pre-recorded content. Mm-hmm. But again, we didn't want people just to put material out there. Our whole program and plan was we want you to make money doing it. So it's all about scheduling, promoting, and then that's why we really integrate very well with your current social medias. We're not asking you to just not use Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. We want you to use it, because what we are is we're the platform where you get paid, where you make money. So you use those existing platforms. We've maybe spent years developing a following to help you market, to help you share your link, to bring people onto the avenue, because the avenue is where you're going to get paid. That's where you're going to be able to showcase what you're doing. You can, again, there's so much functionality that we built around, whether you're doing a fundraiser for charity, maybe you're raising some money with charity and you link up with a local church or a local organization. And now you brought in a whole brand new group of people to watch what you're doing because you're raising some money for them. And now you just sold a whole bunch of, whatever it is, whether it's catering or get them to come out to your restaurant. There's so many different opportunities that we built in. Again, I've been in sales for 28 years. I came about this whole application trying to give you guys the functionality to be able to monetize, whether it's people tipping to support you, whether it's using the QR code that it automatically creates when you create a performance. So you can put a video right next to your menu item on your menu. So when people are looking at your menu, whether it's catering or whether it's at a restaurant, they can scan your QR code and watch you talk about your dish. Watch you talk about the passion and your skill in cooking, and that's what they want. So there's all different kinds of, as you get into it. I know we were talking offline, and Jacoby was super excited to really start implementing some of the technology into what he does, even outside of, these shows. But, and that's what we want. We want you all to use it. This is really a collective, everybody benefits. It's not a race against others. It's about helping each other and learning from each other. Because I watched Chef JR Robinson and Kitchen Cray was the first chef who streamed on the Avenue. And he taught us so much just by how he used it, how he integrated it with his other platforms. And again, that was what set us up with developing the mobile apps. We spent 2 years developing the mobile apps. So again, it's, we're super excited about where we are right now in technology. We're excited about the competition. And again, we want to hear back from you. I mean, try to call someone from Facebook or Instagram that you don't like the way something's working. We get back to everybody. We are here.
Listen, I can attest firsthand, ladies and gentlemen, that they will, and they will stay on the phone with you until they figure it out. Like whatever the problem is, like when you want to have a live person troubleshoot some stuff, these guys are phenomenal. So what I want to do is see if I can log into my thing, because I really want people to understand and get the gist of this. And before I do that, though, you have to download the app, correct? We share the app and then we download the app, right?
Right. You want to download both apps. So there's 2 apps in both Play Store, the Android and iOS. So it's the Avenue Viewer and the Avenue Streamer. So those are the 2 apps. If you go on the website, it's the avenue.live. But you want to download the apps because 5% of everybody is using the streaming capability through the phone. Again, which is where we're putting most of our new development, all of our development has really gone to the apps. But from there, I know you just logged in, but you want to go ahead and download those apps. At that point, you can hit on the profile. You can sign up for the competitions. You definitely want to create a streaming account because that's what's important. If you want to use the application and you want to be able to stream live or upload your video, your pre-recorded content, you need to create a streaming account. And then that's when you start monetizing. It connects to Stripe. So again, we don't hold any financial data on the Avenue at all. We can't be breached because we don't have any data for them to use or to steal. It's all going through Stripe. Stripe is encrypted. It's 2A authenticated. Again, I know most e-commerce platforms, for the most part, use Stripe just because it is safe. So again, we don't hold any data. We don't share any data with anybody. Again, we don't share. You don't go on the Avenue and you start getting, hit with ads. We don't sell any data. We're a clean site. There's no ads that pop up in your middle of your show like in some other platforms. Again, it's all about clean performing and about you being able to monetize.
Wow. Okay, so now I'm in the
So you logged in. So this
Big Virgo said he just downloaded. All right, we got one download. Appreciate that. Big Virgo said he just downloaded the app.
Thank you. Yes.
My guy. All right, Chef.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, Chef. To Shia, I think it is. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate it. Go get that app, man. Listen, I'm talking to the chefs. Y'all already know we either waiting on a booking or a catering or somebody hit us up for a call. What I've noticed in 23 years of being in this industry as a professional chef, I mean from the military all the way to the civilian sector, is January to about March, it gets slow for everybody. Restaurants, anybody in the food service industry gets really, really slow, except for Valentine's Day. It kind of picks up for a lot of people at that point. But January, it's super slow. This is a way for you all to monetize and start the year off right. We're like day 6, day 5, I think it is, into the new year right now. Imagine if you went live every day for the entire month of January. By say March, you guys would be up, man. You'd be up. I mean, you share it on Instagram, screenshot it, make the videos. TikTok is phenomenal. So screen record yourself going live on the Avenue, send it over to TikTok, get everybody to join. I say if you get at least, realistically, at least if you have over 1,000 followers on each social media platform, you just get 100 people. That's a low number to come up to the Avenue and support you and just donate $5 every time you go live, y'all. That's $500 every time you go live for doing literally nothing but turning your camera on your phone and cooking. Something you already do anyway. Let's just say forget cooking for a second. You just want to show people how to meal prep. Just want to talk about food, how to break down a chicken, how to break down filet mignon, how to break down. You can create a whole series of breakdowns and how to do this and how to do that. It's cold, make some soups and stocks and sauces for the month of January. Make sure you capitalize on what's happening each month. February is Heart Health Month, right? Let's make some recipes for heart health disease, right? It's Black History Month coming up in February. You got all kinds of things you can create right there in your own home. And God forbid, for whatever reason, if we ever approach the lockdown, this would be. I wish. You know what I wish? I was on this as soon as COVID. I'd be a freaking millionaire right now. 2 years of being locked in our house watching social media. But we're here now, and this is the time to capitalize on it. And what I want to show people right now is what you see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, is this is my profile. And I'm actually still learning the app myself. It's not complicated at all. Once you sign in, and you can correct me if I get anything wrong, Eric, but this is your dashboard. Is this right?
That is correct. There's your dashboard where you create your performances. There's a scouting link, which would be interesting. We probably talk about that in a second. But yeah, it's really very straightforward in terms of how you schedule a performance. And again, it's really when you want to do it, it's your channel.
Right. Now listen, Big Virgo, you say you just downloaded the app, bro. Listen, man. Go ahead and just play around with it this evening or sometime this weekend. Schedule a performance. Just follow it. It takes you literally about 2 minutes to schedule a performance. It shows up live immediately. It gives you the QR code and it allows you to share it. So you copy that and you blast that link out to everybody you know. Say, hey, tonight at 9 o'clock or whatever time you want to go live, I'm going live on this new platform. Come check me out. Once they tap in to that link, you can create these cool things called tip jars. And I'm fascinated by tip jars. You create these cool things called tip jars. You can label them whatever you want to label them, chef's tip or whatever you want to label them. And that's your money. I'm talking to Big Virgo. He just downloaded the app. That's your money, bro. And whatever money you make, and Eric can explain a little bit better than I can about how the monetization works. So let's say I do a real dope recording, Eric. And I have 100 people on there, and they're dropping in tip jars, and they paid $5 to join me and watch me, whatever the case is. Once that live feed cuts off, what happens to that video? Does it stay there or does it go away?
To the money or to the dip charge? You said what happens?
No, to the actual video, because I make the initial recording. I make my money already after this recording. Right. After I hit the end button or after the live ends, what happens to that footage?
So again, this is one of those great features. Again, we wanted to make sure that you're able to monetize as long as you possibly can monetize it. So that video stays affiliated with that link. So if you did a phenomenal video, like Chef said, maybe whether you're cooking or showing prep or class, or maybe you're doing a fundraiser, you're doing a program with somebody, You do the stream, it's live, and now it's saved off. You can continue to promote that stream really for as long as you want to. Those tip jars are live forever until you decide to take that show down. You're able to monetize it. We still, as we do demos with some of the different chefs that have been on, or bartenders, we tip them. We'll tip them as we show. Just the way the tip jars work. I mean, they're always monetizable. You'll just see all of a sudden there'll be money that's showing up in your account because someone might have, watched your video and decided to tap in and to tip you. So those jars stay live for as long as you keep that performance up. So they're always monetizable.
All right. Okay. I don't think they heard what you said. So chefs, Chef Virgo, check this out. Let's say, for instance, Chef, you do two videos a week. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 videos a month. All 8 videos will remain on the platform, and you will continue to monetize off those videos. That means if you just got, just really got at it and did 3 straight months of videos twice a week, you could repurpose those videos as advertising and marketing and boomerang them back over to the avenue and create endless income. I mean, it makes too much sense to do that. Now, while you can post videos on YouTube and it gets you likes and subscribers, imagine if those YouTube subscribers, all those subscribers will actually monetize people paying you to watch your video. And that's how I look at it, Eric. I look at it like, okay, you're working your butt off on Instagram and YouTube, but you're competing with so much noise. All right, Chef Tasha, she just downloaded it. Great. Awesome. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, right? You spend that whole entire time getting your views up, your subscribers, and it's a lot of freaking work on YouTube because it's so much white noise, they call it out there. It's right. So many of the people out there competing for attention on that platform. And some people are YouTube legends that they've made millions off YouTube. So you just coming along board right now trying to get on YouTube. I'm not going to discourage you from doing it, but this is an easier way. This is an easier, no pun intended, maybe pun intended. This is an easier avenue. This is a much easier avenue.
Check this out. So the chef that won Breaking Bread 2022, Chef Tony. So Chef Tony is in the Maryland area. He probably has a following because a lot of people think, oh, I don't have a huge following and I need a huge following to be able to really to monetize. He might have had 300 or 400 followers. He was not a social media guy. He has a wonderful wife who is, they make a great team together. He put some video out. He was then able, she did a good job working with him and sharing the link. He made over $10,000 in tips.
Whoa.
10 grand, and he cooked from his house. Cooking from his house. He didn't even have to leave his house, cooking food and sharing it. He crushed it. So I said, you don't have to have a huge following. You just have to, again, it's all about, being smart, getting the word out, getting your name out there. Chef Terrence, who was the first winner of the Breaking Bread, he got tipped. He made that year, I think, close to $2,000. Again, we had, it was a smaller competition. It was the first year. But he got tipped on his final show while he was doing it. Check this out. He was doing a catering event. He wasn't even doing a special show for himself. He just streamed doing a catering event. He was cooking for the Hortons, I think, out in Virginia in the catering event, and he just shared the link. And he got tipped over $1,000 while he was doing a catering event.
That's what I'm saying, chefs. Listen, you don't have to hop in the kitchen and cook anything necessarily. You just turn your camera on. We have planned events. You have a catering coming up, whatever the case is. Go ahead and schedule a performance on the platform for whatever date that is. And when you get to that location, just turn it on. People would love to see what you do. They would love to see you working hard at your craft. But this is a way where you control 100% of what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage it. That is Chef Terrence Thomas. He's a great chef, man. Phenomenal chef. Talk to us real quick, Eric, about some of the people you have on board right now. You got some pretty big name sponsors.
Yeah. So sponsors. So again, I've been very connected with the food service industry for a long time. So when we shared the platform, one of the first companies that we reached out to about the platform was Pepsi. So wow. Pepsi was super excited about it. They have sponsored Breaking Bread 1 and 2. We're in the process of hopefully getting them signed up for Breaking Bread 3. which we're going to have. It's going to start in February, which sign up is live now. But Pepsi's been on board since really day one. We've had Simplot. If you guys don't know who Simplot is, they're the company that makes the French fries for McDonald's. They're probably one of the largest frozen vegetable companies in the world. Huge company. We've had Smithfield pork products, Farmland, Smithfield. They've been on board. Again, those are just three of them. We had Tyndall, it's a vegan meat company that has been on board, that's come on board. And again, there are a bunch of other ones, brands. We had Libby Glassware. Libby Glassware sponsored the entire Bottle to Bottle. We've had barproducts.com, the largest supplier of bar products. Love the idea of how they're able to finally reach out and touch the performers, the people that are actually buying their products. So those are just a couple of the big names that we've connected with. And I know Ecolab is looking to get on board. There's a ton of companies that want to get involved with reaching and supporting the community.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So listen, everybody, we are moving along. I'm sorry, hold on. Here we go. Sorry. We're definitely moving along right now. I want to take a second to talk about. This is my halfway mark because we're 40 minutes in. Eric, so give me 1 second. Definitely want to take some time to thank you all definitely for tapping in. Be sure to share this. We're not finished. We're going to talk about this a little bit more, but definitely share this. Let's talk about Chefpreneur Academy, which is my baby, my brand. It's one of the things you're going to be seeing on Breaking Bread, Lord have mercy. Then you'll be seeing on the platform, coming up also on Avenue, tapping in, tutoring, coaching, personal development. It's an innovative educational way to teach chefs how to, just do more for yourself, chefs. Myself, much like Eric, my heart goes out to a lot of chefs. We work very hard in this industry, and it's very little yield. We work like an elephant and get paid like an ant a lot of times. And I ask people, how many chefs you know that have retired? And it's very seldom you would know a chef that retired without being part of a major industry. I mean, personal chefs, we don't retire, right? So this is some of those ways you can kind of begin to think about exiting the culinary game as far as cooking and get into something else that's more beneficial when it comes to making money. Now, next week, we're going to have Eric back on as well, but we're going to talk about how to purchase food, how to find vendors. So this is for restaurants, restaurant owners, chefs, personal chef, private chefs. People just want to know a little bit more about smart shopping. Maybe you're about to open a restaurant. You don't really know quite how to find a vendor. You don't really know quite what to do to find a vendor. This is that conversation we're going to have with Mr. Eric next week as well. So definitely take time to tap into that. Back to this, I want to show people my profile real quick on my dashboard rather, to show them how quick and easy it is, because I know sometimes new things could be intimidating and maybe discouraging if you don't know what you're doing. But this is how easy it is, family. Once you two chefs, thank you both for downloading that app. This is how easy it is to schedule your first performance. Again, Eric, you can kind of chime anytime you want to, but you go to schedule your performance.
Yeah, just real quick, just to make sure that they have to create a stream, and they have to create a streaming account to be able to get into it, to create their dashboard. So just make sure you go through. But yeah, once you create you set up your account, you link it so that way you're able to get those payments direct. Like we don't have to pay you; it goes directly right into your bank account. So once you create that, you're able to get your dashboard.
Easy.
Yep. Very simple, real quick modal to do so. But yeah, right now you're on to create a performance. Right now, that's right there. You can click on create a performance. You name it.
It allows you to choose your cover photo. Family, I'm just gonna choose Darius Cooks here. Darius Cooks will be on here in a couple of weeks, guys. So pay attention. Choose how long you want to go, 2 hours. The category, of course, is culinary, but there are more categories, family. Mixology, music, theater, cosmetology. There's several categories. Me, myself, I don't know how to do hair or fix drinks, so I'm going to stick to culinary.
Again, we did that. Our focus is hospitality, but it does work
Absolutely.
for other programs. But again, we're really focused right now on supporting the hospitality industry.
Absolutely. You want to set your rating. If you're in a kitchen environment, it can get a little PG-13. Like I've been there before. But for this purpose, we'll just put PG. You do have an option. And this is the cool part, family. You have the options of creating a ticketed event. If you don't want it to be ticketed, it's okay. It can be free for anybody to watch. I would strongly suggest for your first couple of ones, just make it free for everybody to join, and then create your tip jars, right? So you can make it ticketed event. You can set your fee and everything if you want to do that. If I'm speaking correctly, you can show your tip jars total. Now, Eric, you told me something a while ago about the tip jar total situation. It becomes an internal competition who can donate the most money, right?
Correct. So that was the whole purpose. I did a lot of research in terms of, the tip jars and the philosophy behind it. So the purpose of having two tip jars, they both get paid to you. So there's no difference in that. What we want to do is create basically, and this is the model for the competition, is that creating basically a competition between the two jars. So for example, Chef JR, when he went on and cooked, he named one of his tip jars lamb chops, and he labeled the other ones. Can't remember, shrimp and grits, or I think it was jambalaya actually. And basically, he was having them do is have people were tipping. He was doing something where he was donating, I think, 10% to charity. And he said whichever tip jar was in the lead is what he was going to cook next. So basically, people were tipping to cast a vote. So that's why you kind of have that internal competition, I guess, with the tip jars, and people are voting by tipping you, and that's the whole purpose of of naming the tip jars. You can make it something that's maybe it's for Valentine's Day, and you want to do whether it's Cupid or whatever it is, or your favorite show, whatever it is. But there's all kinds of different creativity you can use in terms of naming those tip jars.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill it out just so you guys can see it right quick. Test. Click create performance, and that's it. It's created, right?
Yeah. If you go to the Avenue, it's usually so. If you click on that, it'll take you to the marquee. And if you look at the marquee, it'll show you a new show.
So these are all my scheduled events, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the platform. And we just created this one just now. But the 10th, 12th, the 19th, and 26th. And these will be celebrity chefs on here with me on these dates. This is the one with Eric and myself right here. Here's the feature right here I was talking about earlier, family, where you can just press the share button. And I think it's cool that you can add it to your calendar, right? Or click the share itself, copy the link, and just blast it out. Add it to the calendar works for me because I always forget. I got so much stuff going on there. So that's a really cool feature right there. So definitely looking forward to seeing you guys on their platform, Big Virgo and Chef Tashaya. If I'm saying your name right, I hope I'm saying your name right, Chef Tashaya. I look forward to seeing you guys on this platform, man. Again, this is just day one of many from Chef Ponder. You guys I'm gonna push you down your throat to get on this freaking app because it's I should have been on it a long time ago as well. 2023 is my year. I'm gonna conquer this Avenue app. This Avenue app. They're gonna put me off. You made too much money, Chef. You gotta go. No, they're really great people, but I definitely encourage you all to check out the app, man, and tap into it. Eric, anything else you want to put out there? I have a little bit more time before I hop onto the call, but anything else you want to put out about the Avenue that people should know or tap in with?
Just again, just the competition is what's coming right around the corner. So in terms of celebrating Black History Month with us, and chefs, they can sign up now. Again, they have to create a streaming account first, and then just click into to the Breaking Bread and then join in. We're going to be getting more information about that. Chef Ponder is going to be one of the judges. We have Chef Andy, who is another ambassador, and if you remember Chef Andy from Hell's Kitchen. She is now an Avenue ambassador. Actually, I guess it hasn't been announced yet, so a little bit of a story there, but she's going to be ambassador for the Avenue. She's also co-judging with Chef Ponder on the Avenue. And again, we just love to have you guys on there, participate. The scouting link is huge. So again, we want to reward everybody as you guys hopefully make money and use the tools on the application. The ability to share your link, your scouting link, with other chefs, other bartenders, different people that you think can benefit from using the Avenue. The Avenue will actually pay you 5% for an entire year as part of our scouting program. So Chef has that activated already in his account. Everybody has the ability of doing that. Again, just sharing the link. Hopefully, again, it's part of that whole community where you're using it, you're making some money, and again, sharing that with others that it can help, and just helping them through it. This is how you set up a performance, just like Chef did right here. Being able to say, well, this was great. I used the QR code for my menus. I did this feature. I worked with the charity and brought a new group of people in to purchase my food, and while I raised money for something worthwhile. I mean, there's such great possibilities with this application, and then we just want to have everybody share their successes, and that really just hopefully uplift everybody. We think times are tough. I mean,
It is.
I'm really engaged with you all, what you guys struggle through in terms of purchases, in terms of lack of labor, cost of labor, and trying to find a way through all this, and trying to make a living and take care of yourselves and take care of your family, your employees. And this whole application is all about trying to help. It's a piece of that, trying to help support you all as you try to figure that all out. And hopefully I'll be on Chef's show, and hopefully add a lot of insight to maybe on the purchasing side and things that you might be able to do to help yourself. But we're just excited to have you guys all join the platform.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, next week, Eric is back on with me next week. So be sure to share. If you're working in a restaurant right now, make sure you let your food and beverage manager know, or your executive chef know. You may want to tap in and listen to some of this great information we're going to put out. I think Eric has been with Cisco for about 13, 15 years?
28
years. Okay, so double what I just said. That's a very, very long time. I've been cooking for 23 years professionally, so 5 more years in the industry than I got. But he's on the purchase side of the house when it comes to vendor, understanding your vendor. We're going to talk about food costs too, what you should be purchasing versus what you should be purchasing. Food is definitely gone through the roof, and as I said before, restaurants are not built to sustain inflation. Restaurants are not built that way, unfortunately. So sometimes you got to rob Peter to pay Paul, but we're going to talk about all that good stuff and how to save some money on the back end of everything. So be sure to tap in, tune in with us. Eric, I want to thank you for your time, and I definitely appreciate everything. The Avenue, this is not the last you guys have heard about it. You guys are going to be seeing a lot more. I just spent the better part of my morning creating a lot of new content to put on my social media for the Avenue. If I'm going to be over there, I got to blow it up. Okay, hey, come over here now. This is a new year. So I want to make sure I slow walk everybody into introducing them to the platform. Chefs that downloaded the app, thank you guys so much for downloading the app, and I'll see you guys over on the Avenue. Also, chefs, here's a cool thing about it. If you share your what is it called, your scouting link,
the scouting link, yep.
Share your scouting link to other chefs that because that's how you get paid on the back end from them as well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? If you share it to 50 people and 6 download it, that's $6. Hypothetically, more than $6 that you'll get on a continuous basis off them, including your money as well. So it's a phenomenal way to make money hand over fist, literally. Anytime you're around food, even if just out, listen, chefs, this is a great idea. Even when you go shopping, people love to see how you shop.
Yep.
People want to see how you shop. If you want to make it a friendly competition and say, hey, just gather some ingredients, what do you think I'm going to make? And name those 2 tip jars and let them guess what it is, or you let them create it. I think JR did the same thing, right? So a lot of fun, innovative ways to play around with the app and earn some income. And again, thanks, Eric, for coming out tonight. I definitely appreciate you, man.
My pleasure.
Thank you. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap up this segment. Thank you for joining Chefpreneur Academy. I'm going to run some clips after this. You guys can see what Chefpreneur Academy is. I definitely encourage you guys to hop on board the Avenue. Everything you're going to see, study sessions and everything is going to be over in the Avenue. I'm gonna myself primarily use YouTube for advertising to get people over to the Avenue. It doesn't make sense to go live on any other platform for free unless you're talking about the Avenue, unless you get people over to join you on the Avenue. Starting this month, I'm going to do my series called Chef Talk. Chef Talk is going to be cool. Guess who I got coming out to Chef Talk? I have a lot of celebrity chef friends come out to Chef Talk. I have Kitchen Cray. Chef JR is going to be on it with me. And this is all going to be streamed on the Avenue, by the way. So this is more reason why you guys should definitely tap in with me on the Avenue. Food Network star winner Chef Tregay will be on it with me. This is Chef Talk, Chat and Chew. We're going to get with the chefs, talk about the industry standards, what's going on with them, how they got started, what they got going on. And Cutthroat Kitchen winner Chef Christopher Kyler will definitely be on with me as well. So this is going to be a phenomenal situation. And I'm going to be streaming this on the Avenue. If you're interested in getting more help for your business management, food preparation, chef coaching, mentorship, get at me. I'll send you a link for that as well. And that is my time, family. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to end this situation with a couple of my commercials. I remember my own commercials on my platform too.
People you know, people that you've worked with, be successful in and outside the Navy. I love the aspect because a lot of people don't understand how what you do in the Navy can transfer to the civilian world, and you can be successful with what you learn in the Navy. So one thing, I'm an open book. I never stop learning. So I never have the aspect that I can't learn something new. So I'm absolutely sure there's going to be new stuff that I will learn here that I'll be able to put in my toolbox to use when I do retire.